taking another reading now. This would be day 3, following adjustment. Let's see how you look here.
Damn.
Now, I want to explain something to you so you understand this. Okay.
That's way over there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It is way over there. It's on the right. But here's what I want you to understand about this. Notice at the bottom here, see how when I first start, we don't go up, we go over, and then we start going up?
Okay.
If it was where it was cold left and hotter right, what would happen is as we go up, it would start to go over and it would go pretty sharply over. It doesn't go that sharp over. What that is it's kind of like in the instrument. And we always had this even when we did the meter readings as well as on the graphs, and then of course in the computer as it evolved. There'd be times where it would just kind of start way to the side. So that's not really the reading. So really what you want to do with this is this part that's going up, you want to put that in the middle. So you would move everything over where this is in middle. So it's hard to see it, but you got to imagine it now. So really it's not over to the right. Actually, if that's your middle, this is a little bit right. This is going to be left. This is right on. That's maybe just a drop to the right. So it's more left.
That's like the first reading.
A little bit, but then this is the pattern. So this is what we're looking like before we adjusted you. It's always going to be this in this box. It's not going to change. That's always the same reading. That's how when we first were checking you, what we found the pattern was how it goes left and then right at the top. So we're always looking to compare any reading to that. So you would come up and go left. Well, you're coming up and you are kind of going a little bit left and coming back, but it's not nowhere near as much as that. So it doesn't look like it's ready yet, but here's the thing. We're gonna look at a few of these now. All right, so now we're starting to build up and get more readings here. And so obviously, like, here's your first one, here's your second and third, and then after adjustment is this. So it's like 1, 2, 3. This was right before your adjustment, which we use this one as the pattern. That's what this is. This one here is that one there. It's just that when you squeeze it down, it makes it look fatter. But that's that one. And then after adjustment, this is what we went to. Then we went to this day, and today. Now this looks kind of similar. And see, this happened there too. If you notice, there's that line across.
Yes.
So that happened yesterday also, and today.
That one.
And that one did too, going the other way. Yep. So exactly. So you didn't see it here, didn't see it here, or there. There's a few of them. But this one went left. So actually what you would do is, this would be your middle right here. So you'd move everything over a little bit more. Now, what I look at mostly though, I do look at where it is, you know, if it's right or left, but I'm mostly looking at, as we go up, what is it doing? Is it doing like the pattern does, or is it doing something different? And that's what I'm most concerned with on this. And so it is starting to look similar if you look from there to there.
What up right there? Not this gene.
Right. Yep, there is a difference on the bottom. But look at this. You had it here. That first reading we ever took on it, you had it. And you kind of had something there. You didn't really have it that on that one. And you have it very little there. So it's kind of in there, and it is there actually. It's real small. You could see it more right there. You can see it more in other places, but
So is that good or bad?
well, that's a good question. Right now, it doesn't look like it's in the pattern yet. In other words, it's not fully looking like this just yet. It's similar though in the way that as you come up and start to lean, you have this kind of zigzag that you had here. But you don't have that big swing. You don't have as much of a movement over. It looks like it's getting more towards the pattern though. Looks like it's moving more towards being ready to be adjusted again. So, because like if you notice,
So maybe Monday.
yep, maybe Monday. Because if you notice this one, you do have that kind of squiggle there and leaning to the left, but not really so much coming back to the right. It doesn't really have that.
Right.
Here, look how you have more of that. You're starting to get more of that curve like you had when you first were getting checked. So we need to see all that. We need to see that curve. And you're starting to get it there, but it's mild. If it continues to go back to the wrong position, we'll see that come out even more, and then we'll know you'll be about ready. And of course, we always have to compare what we see here with what we see on the legs as well. I did a little bit of work with you last night, just to push on it a little bit, gentle, to just get some pressure off, and that seemed to help the legs and hips. But see, it's not really doing too much for you on that, because it's still moving in that direction. So it's likely that it's going to keep going that way and need adjusting soon. But I will tell you that I can't say for sure until I see it, because there's been so many times where we thought we knew someone was going to get adjusted. I put their films up, I'm getting all ready, and then we check them, and no adjustment. So that even happened today with a lady, one of the girls who was here this morning. She was here last night, and it was really close, and she's traveling for a week. So we said, come back today before you hit the road, and let's make sure. And sure enough, the thing cleared up better, and the legs balanced. So that's wonderful. So she got out of it on her own, didn't need adjustment, and now she's going, going to travel for a week, and then she'll be back in here. So it looks like it's kind of leaning that way, but it's not there yet. And we always wait until it's there, because even if it's looking like it's getting rough, we don't want to adjust it just yet, because you may get out of it, just like that girl did. And if you could get out of it, that's what we want, especially for someone who's not staying here all the time, who's going to have to go back home. We want to start setting you up for strength and holding this adjustment. And the best way to do that is to give your body the chance to fight and hold on to this. If we're adjusting it too much, it never really has that. It gets dependent on the adjustment, and then you go back home and the adjustment isn't there, and then guess what? It goes out. We want to try to prepare you now as much as we can. We're going to adjust you when you need it, but also be conservative so that when you do go back, hopefully you can have some more of that holding, where you can maintain that a little bit. Your body can learn to fight and kind of keep that in. So that's the thing on being conservative with you too. What we'll do now is we'll check your legs.